Okay, I have a very specific, highly psychological question for you today. Alex, and I need you to think carefully before you answer.
Oh no, that is the exact same way you started the last 7 episodes. My anxiety is already spiking. What is it?
What is the most intimidating, hostile, and judgmental inanimate object you have ever encountered in your entire life?
Oh, wow. Okay, I do not even have to think about this one. It is the self-checkout machine at the grocery store.
Lavs the self. Checkout machine. Yes. The ultimate modern adversary.
It is not a machine. Sophia, it is a robot designed to make you feel like a criminal. Every time I use it, I feel like I am being interrogated.
I completely understand that. There is something deeply stressful about the self. Checkout experience. You are trying to do a simple, everyday task, and suddenly this robotic voice is yelling at you in front of everyone.
Exactly, and it is never just a simple task. If I'm buying 1 bottle of water, it is fine. But if I'm doing a real grocery shop with vegetables and fruits and things that need to be weighed, that is when the nightmare begins.
Tell me about it. Give me a specific story. I know you have one.
Oh, I have a terrible one. It was a few months ago. I decided I wanted to be a responsible adult and host a dinner party for some friends. I wanted to cook something impressive.
I love this already. You went in with high culinary ambitions.
I did. I found a recipe online. It looked very sophisticated. It required fresh herbs. Specifically, it required fresh thyme and cilantro.
Okay. Standard grocery store items? Not too crazy.
Right? So I go to the supermarket. I am feeling confident. I walk in. I grab a cart, and I head toward the vegetables. But I cannot find the herbs. I'm walking up and down the aisles, looking at the tomatoes, looking at the potatoes, but no thyme, no cilantro.
The classic produce section maze.
Yes. So I decide to ask an employee for help. I see a guy in a green vest, stocking some apples. I walk up to him, and I say, very politely, "Excuse me, could you tell me where the produce section is?"
Perfect. Very clear. Very polite.
He looks at me, points down the aisle, and says, "Yeah, it's right over there in aisle 4. And I, wanting to be friendly and show that I understood him, I smiled and said, "Thank you so much. I need to produce a salad."
You need to produce a salad.
"Yes,"
Alex? No.
I said it, with total confidence. "I need to produce a salad."
I am losing my mind. What did the employee's face do?
He just stopped stocking the apples. He looked at me with this mixture of deep confusion and mild concern. And he said, very slowly, yeah, the vegetables are right there, man." And he walked away quickly.
Laughing uncontrollably. Oh my gosh. Alex, that is incredible.
I stood there for a full minute, holding my shopping basket, realizing what I had just said. Produce? I meant the noun, produce, like fruits and vegetables. But my brain used it as a verb. I need to produce a salad. like I was a movie director making a salad.
Coming this summer to a theater near you. The salad.
Exactly. I wanted the floor to open up and swallow me whole. But that was only the beginning of the trauma. Because after I finally found the time, I went to the self-checkout.
Oh no! The robot awaits.
Yes. I scanned my items. Everything was going fine. Then, I had to weigh the organic avocados. I placed the little plastic bag on the metal scale. And the machine immediately flashed a bright red light and yelled, in a very loud, accusatory voice, "Unexpected item in the bagging area."
The universal sound of grocery store anxiety?
It is terrifying. The screen froze. A little icon of a flashing light appeared, and I just stood there. I did not know what to do. I felt like every person in the store was looking at me, thinking, he is trying to steal an avocado.
The guilt is so real. Even when you have done nothing wrong?
I panicked. I took the avocados off the scale. The machine said, "Please remove the last item." So I put them back on. The machine said, "Unexpected item in the bagging area." I took them off again. "Please return the item to the bagging area."
It is a paradox. The machine is trapping you in a logical loop.
Yes, I was sweating. I looked around for the attendant, but she was helping someone else at the other end of the store. I stood there for 5 minutes, just staring at the avocados, feeling like I was in a hostage situation.
Laughs a hostage situation with a bag of organic avocados.
Finally, the attendant came over. She tapped her little card, typed in a code, and said, "Yeah, it does that sometimes with the organic ones. Just press continue." And she walked away.
Just like that. No explanation. No apology. Just a magic tap of the card.
Yes. And I felt so foolish. I am an adult. I manage a team of software developers. I can negotiate complex contracts. But I cannot buy avocados without having a panic attack.
I hear you. And I want to pause right there, because I think this is something so many language learners experience. It is the gap between your actual intelligence and your ability to navigate simple, everyday tasks in a second language.
Exactly. In my native language, grocery shopping is background noise. I do not even think about it. I just go. I buy what I need. I make a joke with the cashier, and I leave. But in English, my brain is working at maximum capacity just to understand the signs.
It is called cognitive load. Your brain is using so much energy just to process the language that you have no energy left for the actual task. So when the machine yells at you, your brain interprets it as a major threat, not just a minor technical glitch.
That makes so much sense. It is not that I am bad at shopping. It is that my brain is exhausted.
Exactly. And let's talk about that word for a second. Because it is a perfect example of how tricky English can be. Produce.
Please, explain it to me so I never make that mistake again.
It is what we call a heteronym. It is spelled exactly the same way, but it has two different meanings and two different pronunciations, depending on whether it is a noun or a verb.
Okay, I am listening.
When it is a noun, meaning fruits and vegetables, the stress is on the first syllable. Pro. Deuce. I am going to the produce section.
Deuce.
Yes. But when it is a verb, meaning to make or create something, the stress shifts to the second syllable. Deuce. This factory produces cars. Or, in your case, I need to produce a salad.
Oh, the stress changes. That is why the employee looked at me like I was crazy. I was using the verb stress for a noun.
Exactly. And honestly, it is a very common mistake. Even native speakers sometimes mix it up when they are tired. But the good news is, now you know the secret. Deuce for vegetables.
Deuce. Got it. I will never say, I need to produce a salad again. I will say, I need to make a salad.
Make a salad is perfect. It is simple, clear, and impossible to misunderstand. And that brings up a great point for our listeners. When you are in a stressful situation, like the grocery store, simple is always better. You do not need to use fancy vocabulary.
But what about the self? Checkout? How do I handle the robot when it accuses me of theft?
You have to realize that the machine is not judging you. It is just a badly programmed computer. And the attendant knows this. They deal with this exact same error 50 times a day.
So I should not feel guilty?
No, you should feel empowered. You are the customer. The machine is malfunctioning. Your job is simply to get the attendant's attention.
But how do I get their attention without feeling like I am causing a scene?
You use a very natural, polite, and slightly humorous phrase. You can just raise your hand slightly and say, "Excuse me. The machine is being a little stubborn with these avocados."
The machine is being a little stubborn. I love that. It blames the machine, not me.
Exactly. It is a great conversational softener. It shows you are relaxed. You know, it is a technical issue, and you are not panicking. Another great one is, "Hi. I think it needs a quick override."
A quick override. That sounds very professional. Like I know exactly how the system works.
It does. It makes you sound like a seasoned grocery shopper. Not a first-time offender.
Okay, I'm writing these down. The machine is being stubborn, and it needs a quick override.
Perfect. Now, since we are on the topic of grocery store struggles, I want to try something with you. A little role play.
Oh no. I knew this was coming. My heart rate is already going up.
Come on. It will be fun. And it is good practice. I am going to be the busy, slightly distracted grocery store attendant. You are at the self-checkout. The machine has just yelled at you. You need to get my attention and explain the problem without sounding guilty. Ready?
Okay. I can do this. I have my phrases.
Great. Shifts posture. Looks at an imaginary clipboard. Sounding busy. All right. Let's see. I need to approve this alcohol purchase. Okay. All set.
Clears throat. Raises hand slightly. Excuse me. Hi.
Looks up. Slightly distracted. Yeah. What's the problem?
Well, I'm trying to weigh these organic avocados, but the machine is being a little stubborn. I think it might need a quick override.
Breaks character. Smiling. Oh, Alex, that was perfect. Being a little stubborn and quick override? You sounded completely natural, relaxed, and in control.
Really? It did not sound like I was confessing to a crime?
Not at all. You sounded like a normal person dealing with a normal technological annoyance. If you had said, I am sorry, I did not steal the avocado. Please forgive me. That would have been a crime confession.
Laughs, yes. I can see how that would be suspicious.
Exactly. The key is to keep it light and factual. The machine is broken. You need help. End of story.
That makes me feel so much better. But what about other grocery store situations? Like when I cannot find something, and I have to ask an employee.
Ah, the I can't find it dilemma.
Yes. I always worry that I'm asking a stupid question. Like, excuse me, where is the milk? And the employee thinks, it is in the dairy section, where it always is.
I get that. But employees actually prefer to be asked. It is their job. And there is a very natural way to ask that doesn't sound like you are clueless.
What is the magic phrase?
Instead of saying, where is the milk? You can say, excuse me, I'm having a little trouble finding the milk. Could you point me in the right direction?
I'm having a little trouble finding. That is so much softer.
It is. It implies that you have been looking. You are trying. But you just need a little help. It is polite and collaborative.
I like that. Could you point me in the right direction? What if they say, oh, we are actually out of stock right now?
Then you can ask a great follow-up question. Oh, that's a shame. Do you know when you might be getting more in?
When you might be getting more in. That is a very natural phrasal verb.
Yes, get in or restock are the common terms. And if you want to be even more proactive, you can ask, is there a similar product you would recommend?
That is brilliant. It shows I'm flexible and just want to solve the problem.
Exactly. You are navigating the store like a pro. Now, let's talk about the end of the shopping trip. The payment?
Oh, the payment. Another source of anxiety.
Why?
Because sometimes I put my card in and it declines, and I know I have money in my account. But when the machine says declined, I panic. I think everyone behind me knows I am broke.
The imaginary judgment of the people behind you. It is so powerful, even though they do not care.
Yes, and I do not know what to say to the attendant. Do I say, my card is broken? Do I say, the bank hates me?
You keep it simple and blame the technology. You can say, that's weird. It seems my card isn't going through. Let me try a different one.
That's weird. I love that. It is so casual.
It is. It takes all the pressure off. It is not a financial crisis. It is just a weird little glitch. And if it happens again, you can say, I'm not sure what's going on with my bank today. Let me just use cash.
I'm not sure what's going on with my bank today. That is a perfect excuse. It makes it sound like a widespread, mysterious problem, not a personal failure.
Exactly. You are protecting your dignity while solving the problem.
This is so helpful. Sophia, I feel like I'm building a whole survival kit for the supermarket.
You are. And the best part is, once you have these phrases ready, the anxiety starts to fade. You stop seeing the grocery store as a minefield and start seeing it as just a place to buy food.
I hope so, because I really want to try making that salad again.
Laughs, please do. And this time, you will just make the salad. You will not produce it.
Deal. But Sophia, I have to ask, since you are so good at this, I want to test you. Rapid Fire Scenario Game. Grocery Store Survival Edition.
Oh, I am ready. I have survived many grocery store disasters. Hit me.
Scenario 1. You are at the checkout, and the person behind you is standing so close that they are basically breathing down your neck. Rushing you?
I would ignore them completely. Take a deep breath and slowly, deliberately scan my items. If they sigh, I would just say politely, just a moment. I want to make sure I get this right.
Good. Setting a boundary without being aggressive. Scenario 2. You buy a carton of eggs. You get home, and you realize 2 of them are cracked.
I would take the carton and the receipt back to the store. Go to the customer service desk and say, Hi, I just bought these, and I noticed a couple of them are cracked. Could I please get a replacement or a refund?
Simple. Factual. No drama. Scenario 3. The cashier asks, Did you find everything okay today? And you actually spent 20 minutes looking for the time and failed.
I would smile and say, I found most of it, but I couldn't track down the fresh time. Do you know if you carry that?
Track down. That is a great phrasal verb. Much better than I could not find it.
Exactly. It sounds active and natural. And it turns a negative, I couldn't find it, into a helpful question. Do you carry it?
You make it look so easy.
It is only easy because I have made all the mistakes already. I have been yelled at by machines. I have bought the wrong things. And I have felt that same embarrassment. It is a skill, Alex. And like any skill, it gets better with practice.
I guess I just need to give myself permission to be a little clumsy sometimes.
Yes, embrace the clumsiness. Own it. If the machine yells at you, just roll your eyes and say, Not today, robot. People love that. It makes you human.
Not today, robot. I might actually say that out loud next time.
Please do. And honestly, Alex, you are doing great. The fact that you're hosting dinner parties, trying new recipes, and navigating these stores in a second language is incredibly impressive.
Thank you, Sophia. I really needed to hear that today. I think my biggest takeaway is that I do not need to be perfect. I just need to know how to politely blame the machine and ask for a quick override.
Politely blame the machine and ask for a quick override. I think that should be the official motto of every language learner.
Please put that on a T-shirt. I will buy 10 of them.
Laughs. I am definitely designing that. But seriously, Alex, thank you for sharing these stories. I know it is not always easy to talk about the embarrassing moments, like needing to produce a salad. But that is where the real learning happens.
Thanks for having me, Sophia. And thanks for not laughing too hard at my avocado hostage situation.
I make no promises about the laughing. It was too good. All right, everyone. That is going to do it for today's episode. If you struggle with everyday tasks in English, or if you have ever been judged by a self, check out Machine. Remember this, you are not alone. It is just a glitch. And you have every right to ask for help.
And if an employee asks if you need help, just remember, you are looking for Deuce. You are not trying to produce a movie.
Exactly. We will see you all next time. Bye, Alex.
Bye, Sophia.